What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I knew Monday was an absolute slam dunk smash, and watching Baltimore finish that off was great. I looked at the board Tuesday, and it's one of the lighter Tuesdays. Considering there's 15 games, you got to find a few spots that you're in love with. No. It was a very difficult board, and just kind of checking in on a couple of plays right now. I am clinging to Seattle. They're up 5-3, bottom of the sixth. I still need 2 more runs to at least guarantee myself that side of it, where Seattle can get there. And then, well, the over go along with it. Atlanta ended up on -1.5 for them for just a half unit. They're getting completely pummeled. It's a very difficult board that we're looking at here from Tuesday. I told everybody, Premium Discord and on Lindy's Locks update, be lighter than normal. And then Arizona, hey, we're still locking them. Hopefully they can come through for us here in the evening window. But we're getting ourselves ready for NFL here. You're going to see a lot of my units start to dip down. I'm not going to be phoning in any analysis here on this lovely little program, but just one of those things where I want you focused on where you can make the most money, and there's some really inefficient things. Can't wait for props to get posted by some of these books. I know that they're up at pick'em sites like Prize Picks and Underdog. They've got a couple of spots, but Travis Kelce news. I know there's a lot of things pending here, even for this Thursday night game, but I'm looking forward to NFL. And I'm looking forward to you guys checking out Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks NFL edition every single Friday here throughout the entire NFL season. How many times can you say NFL in one sentence, Eric? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's say Caesar Sportsbook quick. Only for 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But if you bet $50, get $250. That's 5 $50 bonus bets when you sign up at the link below. Awesome, cool, great, grand. No yelling on the bus. It's Billy Madison. Anyway, we got producer Alicia. She's excited for another day of me being weird. I'm going to talk really fast through this one because it's 15 games. There's one lock again. One of those difficult slates yet again here. Late season MLB, expanded rosters. You got some heat some places. You got no heat some places. But you also got one incredible little baseball game waiting in the wings. If you've looked ahead to the board, you might know. Tweeted it out a little bit earlier. By the way, follow me over on X at Eric Lindquist. Going to do Lindy's Locks update. That was out of frame. That wasn't helpful. Producer Alicia, 15 games. Let's get ourselves to the picks. Daddy needs a new bicycle, the same way that, I don't know. That really had no context. We have the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates here in this one. Battle of 2 solid pitchers, no doubt about it. Freddie Peralta, Fastball Freddie, taking on Mitch Comeback Keller. That's what I've called him because, Old Yeller Comeback Keller. Best dog in the West. Except for my dog's better. Duke. Where is Duke? Duke wasn't on the program yesterday. That was the problem. He was sleeping right there, though, so I guess it kind of counts. Freddie Peralta, though, over the course of this season, 281 xWOBA, 206 expected batting average, 31.3% K rate. They really need him to be healthy because then this Milwaukee team, despite the fact that their lineup sucks, well, compared to top teams, it sucks. Not compared to, every team, but they've got Brandon Woodruff. They've got Freddie Peralta. And they've, of course, got Corbin Burns. So, that's a pretty good trifecta, if you ask me. So, just throwing it out there, Freddie Peralta, this would be a decent spot to be backing him here with Mitch Keller. Now, we don't have a number, but it's PNC Park that suppresses runs. It's also a spot where Mitch Keller getting to face the Milwaukee Brewers, who aren't exactly I just made fun of them. They're not going to strike out a ton, 23.1%. That's, 12th in baseball, so just near the middle of the pack. But just an 87 WRC plus against right-handed pitching on the year. And that leads me to Freddie Peralta, if we're inside of -150, which I kind of expect we are. So, yeah. Freddie Peralta. We're just going to lean. We're going to use this inflection in my voice. No, we're not. We're done. Next game. We go from a lean there, something that I really want to bet, to something that I can't believe I'm going to bet because I'm going to be betting against one of my guys. And I know it's with my team, the Minnesota Twins. We got Joe Ryan. That's not my guy. Although he and a lot of these starters have been outperforming expectations, at least my expectations for them, because I'm a cautiously optimistic Minnesota Twins fan or Minnesota sports fan. Actually, by that, I mean I'm miserable. Anyway, Gavin Williams is the guy going for Cleveland. I've been in love with him from the onset because his fastball is really freaking good. He throws it 56.2% of the time, so he better be good or he'd get murdered. But only a 5.1% barrel percentage. He has a 24.7% K rate that's just started creeping up. And as long as he can avoid those walks, he's been somebody that we've backed quite a bit. And oh my God, did Jose Altuve just hit a third home run? Yes, I'm watching baseball while I'm doing the show. What do you want from me? I'm a sick person. Boo! I didn't bet anything from that one, did I? Let me double check. Hold, please. Yeah, thank God. Looked at that line, it was just miserable. The Atlanta one, I felt hook, bait, sinker, or whatever the saying is. I haven't fished in a while. But Joe Ryan, over the course of this season, a 285 xWOBA, 29.4% K rate, sub 5% walk rate. Yay, yay, yay. You get a little bit nervous, 42% hard hit percentage with a 20.9 degree average launch angle. But if you get up against a team with a low ISO, you really want to be invested in Mr. Joe Ryan in these spots. Just saying, Cleveland dead last in baseball in ISO against right-handed pitching. It's not good. So Minnesota gets a thumbs up for a half unit. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Don't forget that boy told you kick that dirt off the shoulders. Next game, Mr. Wick. Actually, it's Wicks. I'll give him the appropriate name. Although I wish it was Mr. Wick. That guy passed away recently, which is really, really sad. Anybody knew that? RIP. He was adorable. He had the dog that ran in the hotel with him in John Wick. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Anyway, now I'm sad. San Francisco Giants, they're probably sad if they lose this game. What's the score in that one right now? You don't care. Let's talk about tomorrow, shall we? This is what matters. Twins are actually up 8-3 right now, too, on Cleveland. What up? What up? Anyway, I really apologize because I don't have anything from this one for you, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to try. They don't have an announced San Francisco starter because if you've watched this program or if you've watched the lines come out, they never announce a starter until like the next day, middle of the afternoon. But this is an afternoon game, so joke's on them. Something's got to give. What? 1:20 p.m. Central Time? Is Chicago Central Time or is it Eastern Time Zone? I don't care. I really don't. It's 11:20 Pacific Time. That's the thing I'm looking at. And obviously for you East Coasters, 2:20 p.m. this game is starting. Wind's been blowing out here quite frequently the last couple days. You're looking at a total here that isn't going to show up until we have that information. And we kind of need to know who's starting. But I assume because he started at the end of August and now it is September 6th, or it will be when you hear this video, unless you're from the future, then good for you. Tell me what happens with my Minnesota Vikings. At least let me know when they make the Super Bowl so I can make all life plans around that year. Unless they lose, in which case I don't care. But definitely looking at Jacob Junis being the guy who could possibly get the start here. 35.3% hard hit percentage, 26.3% K rate, but that has to go down, 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 down. That's a Blink-182 song. Down, 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 down. Maybe so. Boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom. The drops of the rain, they fall all over. This awkward silence makes me crazy. Oh, we're not going to back Jordan Wicks, though, either. 292 expected slugging, 29.3% K rate. Those look fantastic. Very limited sample size. We're talking all of two games. 2 starts, 10 innings pitched. He had 9 strikeouts in that debut against Pittsburgh. Then Cincinnati, this will be his Wrigley debut. I'm going to wait and see, that's for sure. But San Francisco money line because bullpen games are generally better than a lot of things, and maybe we get a value here. I really don't know. This is definitely the worst game breakdown that I've ever given, and I apologize to my family. I will do better. No, I probably won't. Next game. All right, let's really rush along here. Now, Toronto Blue Jays, you got the Oakland Athletics. I really like both southpaws on the mound compared to, well, relative interest in them from like DFS angles, and I don't know. Hyun-Jin Ryu, he's pitching a lot better. 362 expected slugging, 19.7% K rate, only a 6% walk rate. Good stuff from him from a real life perspective. Never going to mow dudes down. He throws it like 90. Really enjoyable to watch. No, it's not. It's really boring. But he's good at pitching. That's cool. JP Sears, just like Sears, his season's about to be closed. How'd you like that one? That's for my 60-plus crowd out there in the YouTube streets. Or if you're like me, who was like 10 and got to go pick out a toy in Sears, or like get a new glove. It's like, why do I have a Louisville Slugger glove that's $10 from Sears fall apart at the seams? I'm like, can we go to a real sporting goods store? Like Scheels, Midwest people know. Scheels, that was the shit. Except for then, now it's like all hunting stuff. Not my jam. But anyway, JP Sears over the course of this season, a 4.77 expected ERA, not ideal, 22.2% K rate. That's better than his 17.7% K rate from last season. There was a four-seamer sweeper, but the nicest thing I can say about him is the ballpark, which isn't necessarily about him. It's where he is. So that's unfortunate. Anyway, JP Sears and Hyun-Jin Ryu, they're close. They're close to me wanting to back them here on an under. 8.5 being the number. If it got extended to 9, I'd auto snipe it, -110. But again, not a hunting guy. Not going to snipe anything. Under 8.5, just going to be a lean. Finally, a damn play I can get behind. Daddy's hungry, so let's eat it. Chris, I stay flexing in my candy paint. Rolling tank, sipping drink on an 84 swing. Chris Flexen. Zach Davies. He's terrible. I don't have a song for him other than like bad boy, you make me feel. No, not the make me feel so good part. Like literally the opposite. Again, google.com. Ghosted his wife. It's different than the ghost fork, which sadly we don't get to talk about today. Rip. Anywho, Chris Flexen, Zach Davies. Have you ever seen a worse pitching matchup? Probably not. Zach Davies, he had a good last outing. 271 expected batting average, 18.8% K rate. Completely just destroyed in that spot. It was very frustrating to see him take down Cincinnati, or it was Baltimore. Yeah, it was Baltimore. We took on the road, whatever. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 6 Ks. Frustrating stuff. And just 85 pitches, too. He's had 2 starts now since coming back off the IL, and it's been pretty good. Again, forearm tightness. They're back. It was this back, I think. Who was forearm? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Chris Flexen, he doesn't matter either really in the context of like real baseball because he's pitching on the Colorado Rockies where, you know, they're going to go from Colorado to Cabo very, very shortly. 496 expected slugging, 15.8% K rate, and not in real life, just like metaphorically going on vacation, you know, because they suck. But either way, Chris Flexen really gives up some power. And you know who's a lefty who goes, you know, from the 7 hole where he's at today against another lefty to facing this lefty who's going to be batting first or second, probably second. Ketel Marte back, leading off here today, but we shall see. We shall see. His name is Corbin Carroll, and he deserves our love and respect. And yes, Chase Field, not the best in terms of power numbers, but a 204 expected ISO with a 13-degree average launch angle and 20 home runs on the season against righties. You know him, you love him. He's been the hero of the people, and I expect better than plus 425 here for sure. Like, I kind of want plus 500 here, even against Chris Flexen. We'll see. Public might bet this one down, so I'm going to be jumping on it as soon as it opens. Going to wake up, get my coffee, make sure I'm there. Also, can they post NFL props already? It's time. It's time, baby. Post those stale props. Daddy needs to eat. Sorry, I call myself Daddy. Corbin Carroll, the home run, better than plus 425. One more play, then we'll talk about, ooh, look at it. We'll do it right now. Caesar Sportsbook, baby. Yeah, producer Alicia jumped the gun. I don't even care. We're going to keep talking. I'm going to let you know that she screwed up. Actually, she didn't screw up because there's no mistakes on this program, especially when it's producer Alicia. She's the GOAT. The one true GOAT. The best producer in the game named Alicia, just like this is the best sportsbook in the game named Caesars. I think it's the only one named Caesars. But here's the thing. They have an awesome promotion, no doubt about it, going. Caesars Sportsbook, you bet $50 of your hard-earned money at the link below, and they're going to give you 5 more cracks with 5 $50 bets coming into your account, bonus bets that show up every single Monday, and 50 that show up right in your account immediately. So you'll deposit 50. You'll play 50. You'll then get 50. And then every Monday for the next 4 weeks. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of the NFL, every Monday, coming down the line, you will get yourself $50 bonus bets. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal deal. Now, if you just blindly go after even money situations, like you just blindly go after plus 100 money line, you will get 6 cracks at doubling your money. Think about that. The $50 you originally put at, and then 5 $50 cracks at that. I can't tell you how amazing that is for a sportsbook to offer you this. So maybe check it out at the link below. I would check it out at the link below, but I'm already signed up at Caesars. We should kill Caesar. That was a Mean Girls joke. I just want to let the good people of Caesars understand that I do love their product and it's fantastic. You should be checking it out. Only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I have a movie and music quoting problem. We're going to continue that now, going back to the picks. If you had one shot, one opportunity to cease everything, you have a Waka. It's Michael Waka pitching against Zach Wheeler. There's no context. I'm going to lose myself in this analysis. Zach Wheeler, my friends, he is very good at the pitching of baseballs. 276 xWOBA, 5.4% barrel percentage, and the 27.6% K rate, sub 5% walk rate. That bodes well against a San Diego team that is more disappointing. That's where my brain went? Me to my parents? Man, we got to talk to I need therapy. Whew. Or a beer. Either one. Michael Waka on the other side, friends. He's got a 34.8% hard hit percentage, a 418 expected slugging, but he has just found ways to pitch well. And it's a little bit annoying because I don't find him to be all that good. I've said multiple times, I don't believe what I am seeing, but he has a 2.85 ERA, 1.12 whip, and he's, dare I say, been the most consistent starter beginning to end of the season. Yeah, even amongst like a staff that should have more consistency on it than we've seen of late. Blake Snell, beginning of the season to end of the season, it's been frustrating. Let's just be dead serious. Even though I love Blake Snell, at this point in time, I hated him at the beginning of the year. We targeted him very successfully, and it was a beautiful time to be alive. But this one, my friends, I think is an auto underplay because I don't understand Michael Waka, but sometimes call it magic. Call it true. Under 8. Zach Wheeler, Michael Waka, Waka, James Paxton, Matt Damon. That's Team America. Going up against Tyler Glasnow, friends. Tyler Glasnow going to be somebody that I'm focusing in on for this spot. I will tell you why. In 1.8, well, only like 38 seconds if I had to guess. Just like a rough approximation. Okay. I keep your attention. Cool. We have James Paxton. He is not actually the officially announced starter yet, but I assume that he's going to be. So just expect when these lines drop that it's going to be James Paxton. Why wouldn't it be James Paxton? It says it to be his day. So 302 xWOBA, 229 expected batting average, and a 391 expected slugging with a 24.6% K rate. And yes, we just saw him get absolutely torched last time out, absolutely bludgeoned. But you know what? One start does not a pitcher make. Sometimes you have to have a short memory because James Paxton been very, very good here until recently. He's given up 6 earned in 2 of his last 3 in the middle of that. Yeah, we're not focused in on that. I thought about taking Tampa Bay when I was guessing that the line would be around minus 140, minus 145, but just gonna have to sit around and wait for it. So here we go. Tyler Glasnow, that was way longer than 38 seconds, but Tyler Glasnow, friends, he is definitely the guy that I'm keying in on here because I'm curious if the books make any adjustments for what we've seen from him of late. A 3.17 ERA is great, 1.05 whip is nifty too, but he has now started to pitch a little bit more to contact than what you would expect. 7.746. That's his last 4K outings here. And one time, what you start to see is that sometimes they devalue his K upside a little bit more than they should in these spots. And Glasnow, a 50.9% ground ball percentage is awfully nice. Nice. Very nice. But I care about Ks because that's what everybody's out here betting, and that's what we're going to be focused in on here in this situation. I'm looking at combining the Tampa Bay money line with the Glasnow K situation. I know we've done this a couple of times pretty successfully in other departments from a batting perspective, and Ken, it's so weird because I'm not the parlay guy. You know that by now. But right now, Seattle's making me look smart. They're up 6-3, top of the 7th. Can we get one more across the board to guarantee that half, and then 2 across the board? It could even be from the Cincinnati side for the dub. We need it. We need it bad. That board sucked on Tuesday. Let's be dead serious. Not even my fault. I told you it was gross. I told you. Liddy's Locks update. Check it out on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. That's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Tyler Glass now up to 7 Ks. I'm looking at combining it. Tampa Bay money line. I said that like way more than 38 seconds ago. Have you ever seen somebody make a live bet exactly at the exact moment that he is about to talk about a game? Because I think this takes priority. Joe Burrow, expected to be 100% for week 1. I am trying to get some overs on Jamar Chase. Books, you cowards. You cowards. Cowards. Nothing posted. Nothing. That news just dropped. If you're not following Underdog News, you're really doing it wrong. MLB, NBA, PGA, doesn't matter the sport. It could be cricket, and I would follow Underdog into the night, into the breach. Once more into the breach, dear friends. But Dodgers, Marlins. Guess we'll talk about this game in front of us. Lance Lynn going to be the starter here. I think it's going to be Edward Cabrera here. If we, just guessing. Again, they haven't announced their starter either. Welcome to late season MLB. Frustrating? Yes. Normal? Yes. Should it be? Those are the ugliest faces I've ever made. But Lance Lynn, friends, this guy has been really good in Dodger dark blue, dark blue. That was forced a little bit, if we're being dead honest. But Lance Lynn, we always know the strikeout stuff is going to be there. 25.1% K rate, but a 460 expected slugging and a 10.4% barrel percentage. You know what, though? Looks awfully good in Miami, even though Clayton Kershaw, he didn't exactly enjoy the trip here. Pretty brutal outing for him. For anybody who's playing Prize Picks, Taco, you're pissed too. 3.5. Guy couldn't hit 3.5 for us. It's okay. No, I'm not upset. Anyway, Edward Cabrera here in this spot. I don't have a whole lot to add. He hasn't pitched since the 31st, but sounds like he's expected to start here. He joined the club today. Today's Tuesday, and tomorrow's Wednesday, so he'll be with the club Wednesday. Expected to pitch here. I don't think he can pitch all that far into this one. Just saying, he got demoted to AAA. He wasn't hurt. Got demoted. That's what I meant. But 4.79 ERA, 1.47 WHIP. Let's just see how the Dodgers feel about that one. I don't know if you're aware, they're pretty good against right-handed hitting, or against right-handed pitching with their lefty and right-handed hitting. 117 WRC plus with a 10.3% walk rate. The walk rate, second best in baseball. The WRC plus, third best in baseball. 196 ISO, that is second best in baseball. They're pretty good at baseball. Los Angeles Dodgers, I'm looking at firing this one up. Books, please give me inside of -160. Please, please, please. I deserve it. I'm a good person. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Yeah, you'll see where I'm going with this one. Seattle Mariners going up against the Cincinnati Reds. We got Logan Gilbert on the mound against. I cover this for a living. Like, I bet and I talk sports for a living. And I don't know who that is. I literally know most everybody at the AAA level. I don't know a Lion Richardson. I'd be lying to you if I told you that I did. Or is it Lion? I'll just keep lying on here. He does have a 96, 97 mile per hour fastball that he throws around 57% of the time here. Again, we have a very small sample size, 236 pitches. He's only 23 years old. He was a second round pick from 2018, but from my understanding is that his minor league numbers were not exactly just like slam dunk, smash, knock it out of the park kind of stuff. And here we are. I'm a little confused. His last 2 starts, that being with the Louisville Bats. Is that correct? Am I looking at that correctly? I think it is. Didn't exactly have the best stuff there. 3 1/3, 3 2/3. Got a little bit knocked up. Had a good start to his season, that's for sure. Just moving downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound. But either way, Lion Richardson hasn't gone very well here at the big league level for him. My sheet just decided to close on me, so I'm going to wait for it. I don't even know how to stall right now. I'm going to stall like this. And now here we are. Finally, thank God. 6.75 ERA, 1.75 whip, and that's in just 3 outings here. A little bit problematic, but I repeat, 23 years old. He lost out on 2022. He had Tommy John surgery. He's coming up from AAA Louisville. See, Louisville. Yeah, peanut butter in your mouth kind of a thing. But anyway, Logan Gilbert, we know that he gives up hard contact, but he's a very good pitcher regardless. He's just somebody that knows how to work around a mound. That's an awkward phrasing, Eric, phrasing. But Logan Gilbert, 44% hard hit percentage, 301 xWOBA. One's good, one's bad. Guess which one? The hard hit, because I said that earlier. But a 25% K rate, 4.3% walk rate, and you get to go up against Cincinnati that, yes, this ballpark is terrible. No good. His profile doesn't exactly bode well here, but 24.5% K rate. I was pretty sharp with the thing that we did the other day, and because of this Lyon Richardson fellow, who I don't quite see it here yet. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. Not very often, but I've been wrong before. Ask my wife. She'll tell you every single time. But either way, I love myself this the Seattle side, -1.5 against Cincinnati, but over infinity and beyond. Oh, producer Alicia didn't write it on the sheet. Come on. Let's play a game called In on One Breath, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Matt Manning going up against Clark Schmidt. And overall, over the course of the season, Clark Schmidt been pretty disappointing for a team that expected him to continue to make a jump, but he hasn't made a jump. And you would expect him to make a jump, but he hasn't made a jump. The New York Yankees are pretty terrible. They're in the dweller of the AL East here. The Cave Dwellers, 42.4% RE percentage, 22.7% K rate. Matt Manning, 354 xWOB, 500 expected slugging, but it's possible value here, +1.5. I am leaning Detroit. I'll breathe through this one, even though I probably shouldn't. I mean, they absolutely just went out and murdered. The Mets absolutely just murdered Patrick Corbin. I feel like that was probably the biggest mistake that I made, was like Patrick Corbin's had some serviceable stuff recently, and I didn't attack him there in a spot where the Mets definitely seemed undervalued. But either way, we're waiting on who their starter is going to be here in this spot. I think because, again, there's a big reason why. Carlos Carrasco broke a finger. He's out for the rest of the season. This Jose Butto guy is probably going to end up getting the start here as a result. Career 6.75 ERA, 1.98 whip. My dear God, look at those numbers. They are so big. It's like one of those rapper guys' numbers. Ow. Hit my foot on the desk. But Jonah Dawn here on the other side. Dawn is not very good either. So it kind of sets up to be pretty, well, neutralized, if you will. Neutralized. And here's the thing. Jonah Dawn, if you just go to his pitcher profile, you say, oh, well, it seems like he's got some okay pitches. No. He does not. 5.90 ERA, 1.14 whip. What a weird setup that is. Because, again, you don't normally see a 1.14 whip next to a 5.90 ERA. I was trying to make sense of it. And it just came down to the fact that he has 0 ground balls in his repertoire. 34.1% ground ball percentage this season. Like, Zoic Scoob. That's low. So maybe we should target him with a home run or two. Francisco Lindor. My friends, he just hit a home run from the right side against Patrick Corbin. How about he just turns it around? Goes from the left side here, where he's been pretty effective himself over the course of this season. Oh, this is seriously cut out again. This is really annoying. Just waiting. It's doing the panning thing. There you go. Francisco Lindor, 185 expected slugging, just 13 home runs, but a 20.3 degree average launch angle. So again, when you see the one launch a lot, the other launch a lot, Francisco Lindor better than +300. Oh, God. Perhaps the most lopsided spread. Well, it is the most lopsided spread here on today's slate. We got the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Atlanta Braves here, and I'm going to be professional for this read because I'm a professional. Dakota Hudson, not good. Spencer Strider, very good. Why don't we have them? Why do we have to watch this? Atlanta Braves are just set to just nuke right here, going up against Dakota Hudson. He has not been good. He had one good outing against Tampa Bay. I remember these things because it was very, very frustrating to me. I did not enjoy it. Sam I am. I did not like it with my green eggs and ham. God, I was going to be professional, and then I lost it. But Dakota Hudson, 44.1% hard hit percentage and just a 13.9% K rate against the team that has the most home runs in baseball. He's not going to miss bats. Okie dokie. Best of luck to you. Let me know how that goes. The only reason that you wouldn't bet Atlanta -1.5, and the only reason I haven't pulled the trigger on it is this number is awful. -130 here on the run line. I think I might add it to the card anyway here, even though my sheet says it shouldn't be a play. F you, sheet. Spencer Strider here. My God, so good at the baseball. 38% K rate, 196 expected batting average. Does have that 9.1% barrel percentage, but just starting to mow dudes down. I could see this just being an absolute... It's all Atlanta. -1.5. It's just a lean for right now. But if I had to add one play of the leans that aren't props, of course, but if I had to add one play that was a lean to the card as of right now, it would obviously be this one. And then obviously St. Louis would just murder them and make you look stupid. So that's cool. 3 games to go. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell as we go to Kansas City hosting the White Sox. And, well, temperature goes way down here. It went from like 95 here today to around 80, 75 at first pitch. That's wild. 75. That is a drastic. That's how you know I don't live in the Midwest anymore, is when that stuff like takes me back, because it's like, oh, what would I do? But then I realize I live in a desert and it's 100 like every day. Build cities in the desert. What a great idea. Touki Toussaint on the mound going up against Jordan Lyles. And it's the quality of this pitching that I've got an issue with. And Touki Toussaint, I call my dog Dookie Toussaint from time to time. It's an adorable nickname. It truly is a callback to all the things that I know and love. And Touki Toussaint, when he was with the Braves, was awesome. And then he had some glimpses with the Angels, relief appearances. But Touki Toussaint this season, it's the 16% walk rate. It is so glaring. It's such a problem. The sinker, curve, split, four-seamer combination that he's throwing pretty much equal parts of each. You kind of want to have that pitch you know you can locate. And it doesn't seem like he does. He's out there trucking, and if the team's going to be patient, you're going to run into issues. The one thing is that this Kansas City team is not very patient. The only person in the lineup, like in the entire lineup card, so we're not talking about the projected line, we're talking on the roster, hitters, who has better than a 9% walk rate, is Nick Lofton. He's been there for like a week. What are we doing here, Kansas City? Nobody is up. They do not get gypped in their plate appearances. They're up there. Swing away, Merrill. Swing away. Shout out signs. M. Night Shyamalan, a real one. Ooh, this could get scary too, because I really do like the over here coming off a day where I shouldn't have been on the under, but hindsight's 20/20. Jordan Lyles. He sees dead people. 342 xWOBA, 481 expected slugging, 16.4% K rate, and a 10.3% barrel rate. It's weird because you do look at the four-seamer and the curve, and everything seems like it lines up to be decent enough, but yet he just can't pitch. Over 9.5. I hate these offenses. The 2 worst offenses in baseball against right-handed, well, Colorado's dead. Colorado's worst. Then these are the next 2 worst. 82 and 83 WRC pluses against right-handed pitching, respectively. And yet we're taking it over. It's just one of those days, friends. Just a half unit. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. It's NFL on Thursday. Don't go crazy. We have to make a couple of stipulations because this is the game of the night. This is the one that I'm going to watch. This is the one that you're going to watch. This is the one everybody should watch. Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros taking on Matt Scherzer and the Texas Rangers. If you were a Mets fan and you knew this matchup was going to come down the pipeline at some point this season, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't leave your house for months. Like, it would be, oh, what happened? Oh, like vomit-inducing. Hide. Go in your shelter. Come out in October. Actually, November, because that World Series would begin in November. Yeah, so you just Thanksgiving. Gotta watch that NFL slate. It's a great slate. It's a long time away. But anyway, Justin Verlander over the course of the season wasn't very good with the Mets. Apparently, he wasn't a very good teammate either. People were calling him out. It was kind of a fascinating deal, don't you think? I find it fascinating. But either way, he and Kate Upton found themselves back on this Houston baseball team. And since then, other than his last outing, had been pretty solid. But you know what? I'm very much looking at the offense on the other side of this one. The Texas Rangers against right-handed hitting over the course of this season, a 112 WRC plus with a 191 ISO. And Justin Verlander, only a 21% K rate. He's not going to miss bats. They're in Arlington. It's supposed to be 104, so I'm assuming Globe Life, they're going to have the roof closed. So that's kind of a bummer because I would love to have it be 100 degrees and watch these guys just duke it out. 2 40-year-olds on the mound. Fight to the death. Fatality. But Justin Verlander, yeah. 385 expected slugging, 300 xWOBA. He's been decent enough, but fly ball pitcher against a team that hits the ball hard. This should be a fun one to watch. And then Max Scherzer on the other side. 279 xWOBA, 203 expected batting average. But I can't just bring up the splits for Texas and not talk about them for Houston, because Houston, they're starting to whack the baseball out of the yard. 102 WRC plus, but over the course of the last month, it has gotten crazy. And that made me crazy. Justin Verlander, I'm telling you guys, going to get hit up. But Max Scherzer, another fly ball pitcher on the other side of this one. Now they got bad blood. Got problems. I hope they don't solve them because I want to launch this over to the moon. And this is a price-sensitive play because right now, there is a massive disparity. We have a minus 105 on the board over at our sponsor, Caesars. Check out Caesars. It's got to be better than minus 115. This is at minus 105. That's where I got in. If you get at minus 115, I do think, as much as you want to tout these pitchers, fly ball pitchers against the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros, and then you get to these bullpens, this is a high voltage AL matchup. I can't wait to watch it. I think 8.5, though. You give me minus 105 here? Yeah. Give me some offense, baby. And the last game of the night, pretty clean, pretty easy. Kyle Gibson on the mound going up against Patrick Sandoval. Kyle Gibson, you probably know by now, one of those pitchers that he's one of these Baltimore guys that just makes no sense. How they didn't get Jordan Montgomery or any lefty getting ready for possibly home games in Camden Yards. What is it? Camden Park, presented by Orioles Park, whatever the hell the stadium name is officially. It drives me nuts. It's Camden, or it's Orioles Park. Give me one of the two. But anyway, they're not playing there. They're playing in Anaheim. Hanging out with Mickey Mouse. Oh, boy. Kyle Gibson, though, he, over the course of this season, not my favorite back. 45% hard hit percentage, 267 expected batting average. But you know that when they're on the road, minus 120, and they have Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman and all these beautiful humans back in their lineup, and Cedric Mullins and Austin Hayes has been outperforming expectations. You got Jorge Mateo. He's been awful in the second half of the season. But overall, this Baltimore team on the road, near even money, and Shohei Ohtani sitting on Tuesday again with this right oblique tightness. Don't think he's playing again Wednesday. Said that yesterday. Didn't think he was going to play Tuesday. He didn't. I don't think he's going to play on Wednesday. So here you go. Patrick Sandoval. Think he's more targetable here. 34.5% hard hit percentage, 327 expected xWOBA. One of those is good. One of those is bad. Guess which one? I'll tell you. The hard hit's good. It's good. But a 19.9% K rate and an 11% walk rate, bad. Very bad. So let's get ourselves out of here with the obvious play, the Baltimore money line, half unit on our team, America's team, and if not America's team, Lindy's team. Let's go. Actually, that's the Twins, and we're going to cheer for them more on Wednesday. That's beside the point. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Wednesday's slate. We are one day, my friends, one day away from the NFL starting up. I'm going to be in the premium Discord firing up my plays. I'm paying close attention to this Travis Kelce news, try to get people to be able to react to some of that in some places. And that was a whole thing. But all of these props need to get posted for Sunday because it is time, baby. It's time. Producer Alicia, thank you so much for filling in yet again today so admirably, so fantastically. Check out Caesar Sportsbook, friends. Bet $50, get yourself $250 in $5 $50 bonus bets. Look at that. $5 $50 bonus bets coming your way from Caesars when you sign up. That'll be every subsequent Monday for 4 weeks, as well as a $50 bonus bet in your account instantly. That's when you sign up at the link below. Only if you're 21 and over, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I've got I need to shave problem, so I'm going to go handle that. Until next time, my friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Wednesday. I had to think about it.